Fear. We all fear from time to time, but what we gotta understand is that fear of anything in this worldly life comes from Satan. God tells us to fear no one or nothing, but to fear him. Matthew 10:28. And do not fear those who kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both soul and body in the fire. So it ain't for us to fear nobody or no situation but God, and the fire he can throw us in for our sins. Then why do we fear anyway? We fear because we lack faith and gratitude. Faith that God is going to pull us through, and gratitude for every time he has before. Immediately, when we fear, we turn to all the wrong things. Some of us turn to alcohol, weed, crime for escapes from reality, and most of all of us turn to despair. You just break down in the hard times and succumb to that fear. When instead of turning to all of that, which is just the devil, we should just be turning to God immediately. Satan works in your fear. He uses that fear to turn us to sin. Because Satan is going to use any tool he can to get you sent to the fire. Why wouldn't he? That's his job. So in your fears, he wants you to start making some rash decisions. He wants you to smoke that weed and escape it all, which we all know. And for those of you who don't, weed is an intoxicant, makes you hallucinate and all that other crazy mess. So we know it ain't good for you. So stop lying to yourself and telling yourself it's alright. Anyways, back to the point. Satan preys on fear. And in your fear, he wants you to pick up alcohol, weed, or go to immoralities instead of turning to the Most High and seeking his help through all your panic and worries. One of the main things he uses to make us all fear is fear of poverty and lack. Fear that you ain't gonna have enough. And in that fear, he drives you to do crazy things like theft, murder, and some people even sell their children and sell their souls just to try to get some unlawful money. So God says, Hebrews 13:5-6, keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So we can confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me? God has more right that you should fear him. God has more right that in those fearful times you should call on him instead of the Satan. Because anything you turn into besides God ain't nothing but the devil. Stop being afraid of stupidity. God made a way for you before, didn't he? Well, he can do it again if you just learn to turn to him. Adding crime on top of your fears ain't gonna do nothing but give you some more fears and more worries. So I'm just gonna read a little about what God say about fear. Psalms 56:3-4. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust, I shall not be afraid. What can flesh do to me? Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world gives you, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Isaiah 41:13. For I, the Lord your God, hold your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not, I am the one who helps you. Psalms 34:4. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. So next time you fear, call on the right one. Call on God, the one who can fix it. Take that fear and give it to the Most High. And think of all the things you have to be grateful for while you're at it. This is Sister Charity. All praises to the Most High alone.